It's Wednesday, and I'm in the yard, but it's not our yard. It's loads better than our yard. I'm at Ray's Plant Hire. For those that don't know me, my name's Chris, and I own every trade, but we're also in bespoke joinery, property development, architectural services, everything serving the construction industry. But my deep ambition, and has been for years, is to set up and run a grab and aggregates yard. And finally, this year, we've got going. However, there's so much I don't know, and there's so much I want to learn. I'm like a kid at Christmas today because the guys at Ray's Plant Hire, who are a local company I hadn't heard of until I started this YouTube thing, have invited me down and they're going to show me everything. I found from being in this game that there's a lot of old boys that just don't want to pass on knowledge to new upstarts like me, and I knew nothing. All I'd learned was stuff watching things on YouTube, but these boys have been really open and honest and helpful with their advice, and they've invited me down. So let's have a look at a proper yard. So I'm down at Ray's Plant Hire with the Ray brothers, aka the Cray brothers of construction, aggregates and muckaways. You're not into organised crime, are you?
No, just aggregates.
Just a bit of muckaway. So yeah, a lot of people, like I said before, wouldn't do what these boys are doing and be so open about their business. They know that I'm trying to build what they've built, but they have been really generous with their time and their knowledge. And since we've been doing this YouTube thing, we've been talking quite a lot. They've now started doing concrete for us, so it just shows there's work out there for everyone. Your story is quite similar to mine, isn't it? In that you started out as builders, we still are?
Yeah, we still do the building, yeah.
So what made you get into this sort of side, the yard side?
Just down to the cost of getting rid of muck and stuff on the grabs and digger hire and all that, so we just thought about it all ourselves.
Rely on other companies.
I know, because that's the thing, isn't it?
Grabs and
that's exactly the same as me. I just saw, you'd always you'd be waiting for a grab, you'd be waiting for something like other companies, and then you'd have your lads stood around getting paid by the hour. And then I also saw the amount of money that we were spending on tipping.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's expensive tipping.
Yeah. So I'm honestly so excited about having a look around this place because they've got everything. I thought I was into toys, but these have got everything. So let's go and have a look. So obviously one of the first things I've noticed that these boys have got a concrete setup. They've got a volumetric truck, which I'm really envious of. So how much did you pay for that?
£240,000.
240 grand, yeah. How long, when you did your numbers, how long do you think it'll take you to actually get the money back on that?
A while.
A while, yeah.
A lot of concrete.
But you bought it from new, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ex-demo. Yeah. So you've also got the whole silo setup, that's the right terminology, isn't it? So,
yeah, that's a silo.
So how much was that? Was that part of the whole package, or did you have to buy that as well?
No, that was all bought separate. I think that was around another 40,000.
Yeah, so it's big investments there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's expensive. Plenty of sleepless nights.
Yeah.
Even now.
And planning whether it's the right thing, it's the wrong thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't know what to do.
Because that's the thing. It's like even like that could be sat here for days on end because it rains for 20 days. Yeah, you've still got to pay the finance, the insurance, the maintenance costs on it as well. And I've noticed as well about running plant and trucks, the maintenance is ridiculous. But you're pretty mechanically minded, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm quite hands-on with it. You need to be really. I think if you're paying out all the time for it, it's really expensive. Stuff breaks on site as well. There's downtime and whatnot. You need to be able to turn your hand to it a little bit. You haven't got like a salesman or anything. You push it all yourselves, don't you? Yeah. LinkedIn, you do a lot on LinkedIn, don't you? How you finding that? Yeah, LinkedIn's really good. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's,
so if you need.
Job as a salesman?
Well, yeah, I'm quite good at selling. Yeah, I could sell salt to a slug, mate. But yeah, if you need concrete in the Manchester area, where would you say? Manchester, probably, isn't it? Manchester, Cheshire.
Northwest Manchester.
Yeah. These boys have been doing ours now. I think you've done 2 or 3 jobs for us now. Been great. They're on time. Barrow boys, top lads, work hard, and the lads on site are telling me that the mix has been bang on as well. So service, I think, because the thing is with concrete, it's a commodity, right? So price is one thing, but I can speak from the other side, being a builder, like owning that side of things. What you really want is you to turn up when you say you're gonna turn up, because what I don't want, as you know as well, because you do the building side, is lads stood around waiting for concrete, and it just annoys everyone, and it's just frustrating. So yeah, if you need concrete, give these boys a shout. Let's keep going. So yeah, we're just walking around, and I'm actually looking at this sign. I realise I don't really know a lot about silos. So how does it actually work then? So
it's full of powder in there. That's full of cement. There's about 30 odd ton in there at the moment. Has digital scales on it and whatnot. It gives us an idea of when we need to refill before we run out.
So do you run programs then? Is it like do you have to program it, or is it all? Do you have to do it all manually? How does it work?
No. So this is all just full of powder, and then that goes into the truck, and then the truck has its all different mix designs for the different strengths of concrete and whatnot. They're all calibrated and cube crushing and all that sort of stuff. It tells us where we're at with strengths.
Yeah, that's good. So then do you get concrete delivered and cement delivered and pumped in?
Yeah, it gets blown into the back of the silo there. Yeah.
How often are you having to get that at the moment?
Probably once every week and a half, something like that.
Has it got a shelf life, that, or does
no,
it?
No, I don't think so. No, it's normally gone well before then anyway.
Yeah.
So it holds about 50 tonne, doesn't it?
Yeah, it holds about 50 tonne.
Silo.
50 tonne.
So it was really a natural thing for you guys to get into that concrete inside, wasn't it? Because you had all the bits in place, didn't you? Really.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas if someone started tomorrow and wanted to get into selling concrete, there's so much infrastructure.
There's a lot of infrastructure to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We have obviously loading shovel and all that sort of stuff. And
Yeah.
got our own eight-wheel tipper bringing aggregate back and two from the quarries for the concrete.
So that's why I think this is a nice industry, though, a nice business to get into, because the barrier to entry is quite high. Where the thing is with the building side, anyone could become a builder tomorrow, couldn't they? You don't even need a qualification, really. Anyone could say they're a builder.
You did yourself through COVID, how many new builders came up?
It was ridiculous, wasn't it? Because there was so much work out there. Whereas this, though, not everyone's got $500,000 to whatever you're probably putting over the years drops to get the yard established. I mean, do you even know what you spent over the years to get to this point?
A lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you do what I do and divert the profits from your building side into this then?
Yeah. I can too. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, don't you?
Set this up from same as what you do, really.
Yeah.
From the building side. Of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Started with the building.
Yeah.
Jumped onto this side.
Yeah. Let's keep you on notice as well. You got bagged aggregate then. So what's this decorative stuff?
Yeah,
then?
these are all decoratives. Yeah.
Yeah. And so how do you find that? Are you selling that to like sort of DIYers or
anybody? Yeah.
Anybody?
Anyone.
Yeah.
We have it on a website there. You can order it online, get it delivered. We can send.
With the weather being better this week, we had a few online orders, haven't we, for the
Yeah.
Is that local or is that national then?
Well, we can do national as well.
Yeah,
We just give you.
How much are you paying to ship at one?
You can run something like that to, probably London for argument's sake, for maybe 50, 60 quid on a pallet. So it's not actually that bad.
People are happy to pay for one bag like that.
If I've got something that you haven't got and you need it,
that's
and that's
true.
if it's a funny colour of aggregate, then
I know there's people doing that. Yeah. So obviously, the staple of everyone's aggregate yard are the bays. So what do you tend to keep in these bays here now? Because I'm not 100. I know everybody wants type 1 and no grit sand and everything, but what are your main lines that you keep here?
The LOT is definitely the biggest one, isn't it?
Well, we do maybe easy, couple of 100 tonne a week, easy. Yeah, I would have thought. Yeah.
And you run that in yourselves, or you go to the quarry?
Yeah, we bring it all in on our tipper. We keep our tipper driver busy. He brings it in, and then obviously we've got the MOT there, grit sand, wash grit sand, and we have like a fill sand and a grade A topsoil at the end.
Yeah, so that's like your main lines.
They're our main. Yeah.
Do you have people running into your yard to get stuff as well?
Yeah, it's all yard collections. People come in, vans, tipper vans, trailers. All that one ton up to direct loads ourselves.
Does this side, the aggregate side, slow down in the winter, or do you manage to sort of tick over in the winter?
It does tick over.
Ticks over. We've got a few good customers who sort of use us all year round.
All year round.
All sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
It definitely picks up in the summer with the landscaping guys.
Yeah, it's good. But the weather's been so bad in it recently in Manchester. Hopefully
had a year
now.
of rain, I think.
We have. It's been ridiculous, and that just affects everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I also think as well, and this has affected the building side more, is there has been this issue with interest rates where it's actually biting certain people now, and there's not as many people spending money on their houses at the moment. People are waiting.
Yeah. You've noticed that.
Yeah, and that'll trickle down. So, but you'll trickle down because you'll get it from your building side, but that then will trickle down to this side of your business, won't it? Because one feeds the other.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, how big is this site you've got then?
1 acre, exactly this.
It feels bigger, so much bigger, yeah. And how long have you been here for?
We've been on this particular site for 3 years now, yeah.
Yeah, but it is hard to find a site where you can do what you're doing. So this is the bit that I'm really interested in. It's the money-making part of the yard. Basically, that model of turning one man's rubbish into profit. That's the bit that got me interested in doing this. So what are you actually doing in here then? So obviously...
So we've got a screener bucket there, a Remu screener bucket, so it's set at 44mm spacing, so we're separating our hardcore from the soils.
Yeah.
So we can crush all that and make it into money.
So that is the model, isn't it? It's literally get paid to take the waste away, process it and sell it back out, which feels like a no-brainer to me, but from doing my research, this also feels like the only way to actually make some decent money at this.
Yeah, that's it.
So what would you say your main line is then?
Mainly crushing, really. Yeah. Recycling, getting the soil through, get the hardcore out of the soil, and then we can sort that out on a sunnier day, really. The soils, but get the crush through, get it sold.
I know, because it's actually not like this often in Manchester. What I've noticed and we've had a chat about is that you do everything with buckets, don't you? You've got a crushing bucket and a screener bucket, whereas I've got the crushing. You don't really.
No, we just with small crushers and stuff seem to get a lot of problems with jamming them, with belts getting caught with like fence posts or anything like that. And the crusher bucket's a one-man operation as well, and the screener bucket is. And
what can you get through in a day on it if you're running that crusher bucket?
If you're doing a crusher bucket in a day, like at 40 mil down, which is your MOT size, you get 120 tonne a day, maybe.
That's decent. Yeah, we struggled to get that through. I mean, our crusher's tiny, really. I looked at the big ones, and you're looking at hiring a bigger one for a day, aren't you? And that might be the way to do it, is bring one in for a day or a couple of days and just literally process everything. It'll cost you more per day, but you'll make it'll be a lot cheaper than owning the actual machine. So today, what we're doing, you're screening
the hardcore out of the soil,
Yes, so basically you've got a cleaner hardcore.
That's it. Yeah, just so we can clean it up and then get it. In theory, should half our pile. So our mixed loads that are coming in, we'll get half can go to a tip, and the other half can be crushed.
So
or we can recycle.
You don't really sell the screen topsoil side.
Not really, no.
About that, are you?
We just don't have time for the weather really to do it up to a decent enough standard. And it slows us down on the other stuff. So
and I do get that, but now I totally get the process now where that's just a better crushable hardcore now, and it's going to be cleaner because you're taking all that out of it. Then I'm thinking that maybe we could do something with that and process that down even more. But it's a great setup, this though. I mean, what are you sat on there, like, reckon money-wise? I mean, it's got to be what? How many tons you say there?
It's about 1,000 tonne there, probably 20 grand easy sat there.
20 grand, so that's it. 20 grand that people have paid to get rid of, sat on the ground. It's a machine. Literally, it's like a production line. You can get that, make it in something and sell it out. And these boys have got it covered end to end. Not only are they supplying themselves, which you are doing, aren't you?
Yeah, we supply our building firm,
but you're supplying other people, other builders, and making money at every end. And that's what got me interested. Honestly, I'm like a kid in a toy shop here. It's amazing. I love it. So yeah, I mean, I'm just asking the guys here about the argument between having a crusher and having a bucket. So how much did you say that bucket was?
Around about £20,000 the bucket.
I mean, and we've just paid more than that for our trommel. So, and like you say, it's a
one-man operation. You've only got one engine to service, one machine running, one diesel bill, and he's picking it up from one side of the yard, screening into another, and putting it onto the hardcore pile. Where on a screener you would be having loading shovels, belts running, different things. It suits us for a small size yard that we are.
Yeah, and I suppose as well, you're not worried about tying up your machine, though. That doesn't.
Well, not really, no, because you can still move muck with it and whatnot. It's 2 minutes to take it on and off and put a bucket back on or whatever you need to do.
So by doing that, you're generating a cleaner hardcore, which eventually when you go to crush it, your product is going to be cleaner as a result. I get it. I mean, essentially, I'm trying to do the same thing, but I do see the value of that. I mean, I did try a trommel bucket for a little bit, and I get it. It's kind of the same thing, but
the other thing as well with the screener buckets is they're quite vicious. So if it's a bit wet or tacky, it will force it through it a bit more. Where your screeners sit there a bit longer, and you don't get the output out of them.
Yeah, and I guess the good thing, if you're ever like short of something to do, or I find that quite therapeutic.
Yeah, that's it.
Apparently they're going to let me have a go at this in a minute, so we'll see. So this is some of the product that you've learned. So what would you say this is? This like a recycled 40 mil down?
Yeah, our recycled MOT.
But you were saying that this is normally your product's a little bit cleaner than this, don't you?
It's not the cleanest with how wet it's been recently.
It's been hard.
It's been hard to get stuff through the machines and whatnot.
And will you literally sell this as soon as it hits the ground?
Oh yeah, as soon as we've crushed it, it's sold. We've got a pile over the back there. That's all spoken for. It's all going into 6F2 and going out on some tippers shortly. And then so do you find out that people are ordering? You've almost got like a back order situation where you have to fulfil orders. There's always something that people are waiting on and struggling to get hold of the stuff.
Anyway, this has blown my mind. I mean, I say I'm really new to this game, but it's such a no-brainer crushing. Like, people will be paying to get rid of this, won't they?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I know there's places that take clean hardcore for free, but a lot of time, like the general public are paying to get rid of it. You're turning that waste into money. That's good. Right, so the boys, I don't know why, but they've persuaded, it's like they really want me to operate this machine. I've told them that I've driven a micro once and I basically wrote it off. So, supervised, in a very controlled environment, I'm gonna have a little go at this. I might be good, you never know, but I doubt it. Let's have a look. Right, go on, so show me, what am I doing then?
So you're going to spin round, get a bucket.
Well, what does what?
That's a driving dick, don't you?
No, not really, I told you this, I'm a novice.
Right, so...
You sure? I know that, yeah.
Start with the most important, put your
seatbelt on, right.
Goes where your seatbelt.
Yep.
Leave it down.
Yep.
Then you enter your controls.
Yep.
So I'll let you jump in the seat and I'll tell you what's what.
Yeah. Go on, out you come. Right, just clear the area, right? Evacuate the area. I tell you what, my feet can't really even... Dave, well, you said you were going to show me how to drive machines, but I didn't think I'd start on some of this big, right? Yeah, I know, yeah. How'd you get the seatbelt on?
Seatbelt.
Watch where you're putting your on you.
So we won't find anything, will it?
No, not really, no. Oh, yeah.
That's it.
How do you slew?
I'll pull this one in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I know you want to slew round to your right.
Oh, yeah.
Go on.
Oh, my God. Pull that out a bit.
Keep going.
Just out the way, mate.
Slew round.
Oh! Wait, how to get that out now? How to get it out? Oh, yeah. This will spin me around, yeah? Oh! How do I send that out now?
Send it out.
Oh! You got empty of that?
Press the pedal now.
That. Oh, look, I'm actually printing some money here now. You got to do so many things at once. It's ridiculous. That's addictive, that. Right, so this is the bit that I know a little bit more about, but I'm still learning. Grab truck. So how many grabs have you got?
Running two.
Running two.
4 grabs now.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Mercedes.
Both 8x4s. Yeah. So what came first, the grab and the yard, or did you have a yard first, or did you do both at the same time?
We bought a grab a bit wildly and realised that we had nowhere to park it too.
That's it, innit? Yeah, exactly. It's good, you know, it's good to hear the story because it's a lot like where I've been, you know, it kind of didn't really, I went in a bit impulsive really, thought, oh, I need a grab. I had a grabs outside, because it took me ages to get operator's licence. I had a grabs outside my unit for ages, just literally paying the finance down on it. So, yeah. So yeah, I mean, so you're running two of these, and are these pretty busy? Are they out all the time, or?
Yeah, we're busy with the grabs now, especially now the weather's getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got, like, I call it a vertical strategy, where you've literally got everything covered. So they bring the sort of stuff away from you know, for what people are paying to get rid of, and banging it there and processing it and selling it out. It's perfect. Yeah. So the trucks are named after your kids, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got Ronnie, which is this one. We've got 𝗕𝗨𝗚𝗟𝗃, which is the other truck, and we've got 𝗕𝗨𝗚, which is the concrete wagon.
So you have to have more kids now.
Yeah, we need more kids and more trucks.
Yeah, the snip.
Stop us buying trucks.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the way to do it, innit? Yeah, it's one way of doing it. Yeah. So and what made you go for the green? Obviously, I know why I would have picked it because it stands out a mile, but it's.
We went for the green because our building firm's orange.
Yeah.
And we want the other alternatives, which is your orange and green. Yeah. There's the high vis colours.
Yeah. I think it lends itself as well though to the whole recycling side as well, doesn't it?
Green for recycling, green for a bit of agriculture sort of stuff.
Went well for it all really.
But I can tell you boys are like me because you've got so much stuff in here. Like what's this over here then? What do you use this for?
So we do deliveries to local builders or landscapers, 2 ton at a time.
Yeah, I love the look of these, you know.
Little drops.
Yeah, because they're 3.5 ton, aren't they? So you don't need any license.
No operator's license.
Yeah.
You can carry about 1.2 ton on it at a time. Yeah, so it's ideal for going up driveways and stuff.
The tool bay as well. That's decent, that isn't it? Yeah. So this then, I mean, it's mega, and I want one, and I want this, but why? Why have you got it?
This is mainly for we do our sort of like we have a few contracts where we do track lanes and stuff like that, maintenance contracts for some.
See, I just think you're lying. People. I just think you wanted it.
We go up and down with the diggers and stuff, up and down the lanes and stuff like that. So it's handy just for dragging diggers, and it's a great.
But it's class though, isn't it? It is absolute. Yeah, and you know what? It's probably worth more now than what you paid for it.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, they're. It's an iconic vehicle, isn't it? Out there on the road, people talk about it everywhere you go.
Yeah, and I know for a fact that you both got the new ones as well, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got the new ones.
Yeah, they are nice. Yeah. No, that's class. What old is this one then?
63 plate.
Yeah, I was going to say it's new, isn't it? Because it's got all the.
Suit you this, Chris.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's mega. That. So what's this for then?
So this is really our tug for towing the diggers up and down the roads when we're doing our like hired out plants or ground worky jobs and stuff like that. Yeah. It's just a good bus for a bit all rounders for everything. Really.
Yeah, they are really, aren't they? So yeah, this is a bit like my.
This is an Isuzu. Yeah, they're a good bulletproof truck. They are.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
We've had this from new. It's nearly 10 years old now. Never missed a beat.
Yeah, it's class. Yeah.
Most of its life, it's had a trailer behind it for 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, they nearly changed the tax rules on it, but they wound it back, didn't they? So we're all right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
But they just last forever, don't they? And they're just, like I say, they're bulletproof, aren't they? And you know what, they're good adverts for your company.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do you sign everything up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important, isn't it?
It's a false advertisement. If you don't sign right a vehicle, it's a free advert, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basically?
Yeah, exactly. So exactly, it might cost you. I mean, to get them wrapped like you do, probably a few quid. But let's say you spent £1,000 on the wrap, that'll be there for 10 years.
That's been 10 years.
That has been on there a long time.
Yeah. Parked up next to that banger there. So I imagine this is where it all started then. Yeah, this is for your building firm. So you got one van in the building firm.
Yeah, we used to have a few more. We had a couple of transporters, didn't we? They were smart vans back in the day.
They were, weren't they? They were expensive though.
Yeah, but we found that lads weren't looking after them, they weren't appreciating them.
Yeah.
It was easier to let them use their own vehicles.
Yeah, and the money you could spend on a van, you could spend on plant or something else. Yeah. You've really monetised every corner of this yard, which is what I'm impressed with. Like literally every little bit has got like a money making, like you rent some space out, don't you, to somebody else and things like that. It's every yard seems to have a loading shovel. We've not got one yet, but so which one's this then? This is
a Case 321 compact wheel loader. You can probably get like 1 ton to 2 ton depending on what the aggregate is or product is in the bucket. It's got scales on it. It's all singing all dancing.
How much am I looking at for that then?
They're around about 60,000 plus the VAT.
Yeah. Did you buy it from new?
Yeah, we bought it new from a company called Dennis Barnfields up in Carnforth.
So do you tend to buy it outright, or do you tend to finance it, or a mix of both?
Mix of both, really. Yeah, a bit of both. I'm actually going up to. They've invited me to Italy next week.
Have they?
Case Construction have to do some development on the new loading shovel.
Right. Why? Just because they just know you've like.
Just to know, I'd give them an honest opinion on it, really, and an owner-operator as well, you know, so give them a good idea of what it should and shouldn't do, or hopefully. Yeah, I don't think 𝗕𝗏𝗔𝗧 will
be inviting me to look at machines anytime soon. So I didn't realise, because it was blocked by the grab truck, but these boys have also got like a bagging plant for aggregate as well. So tell me how this works.
So it holds 8 ton of aggregate up the top there.
Right.
It's got all automated scales on it and stuff like that.
Right, okay.
We can set the scales up. So we go on to here. That's the tare weight there now at 700.
Yeah.
We can set that to 750. So that's it set there. So now we'll all automated there.
Wow. So do you do a lot in bag sales then?
Yeah, we do quite a lot of bags. Yeah, we do quite a lot in decoratives in the summer, and obviously do your primary stuff throughout all year round for builders and whatnot. Yeah.
Would you say then, because you obviously put a lot of money into that? I mean, how much roughly did you put into that? You'd have to tell me.
I think that was about 18 grand or something like that.
You spent some dough on this yard. I mean, it actually makes my eyes water, and I love spending money. But yeah, so would you say that's worth the investment though? Yeah, because it's
a fully automated bagging plant, you know. So we can also do 25 kilo bags, you know, the small little handy bags.
Yeah.
It all changes and does that.
So you could bag for us then, couldn't you?
Yeah, bag for anybody. Anyone who wants bagging.
So yeah, if you need bagging, anything. But these guys, honestly, I'm not just saying it because I'm stood next to them, but they've got everything. So as much as we're doing grabs, but we're like brand new to the game. These boys, grabs, concrete, aggregate, you can run into yard. Where are we now? We're in Carrington, aren't we?
Yeah, just right near United's training ground.
Yeah, but let's not worry about that bit. So if you ever need anything like that, these boys, honestly, I can't speak highly enough of them, and they've been so generous with their time today with me. It's been amazing. But yeah, I think we've pretty much seen everything, haven't we? It's like, can I get that brew now?
Yeah,
literally been here for like 3 hours and not had a cup of tea yet.
Can't afford one of them.
Slave
driver.
You got a clean cup? So honestly, I'm so inspired being here. These boys have got the vertical strategy that I really want to implement for every trade. They've got the building side, albeit it's probably a little bit smaller than our building side, but this side has got the potential to be huge. And I've asked the guys what they think the challenges are, and they've been so open and honest about their knowledge, and they've told me what I need to look out for. They've given me sort of insight on the mistakes that they've made, which is what I do with the building side. I try and help anyone that wants to build what we've built on that side. So yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go away from it. I don't think I'm gonna sleep tonight. I hope you've liked this video, guys. Come back on Sunday for the usual weekly video, but that's it. Click here for last week's video, click here and here, the videos you should have seen before, and click here to subscribe to the channel, which you need to do. Mega.